I guess the story goes when I was a young girl, my siblings were much more involved in academics. They were valedictorians. Each were a valedictorian of their class. And my aunt saw that I was good in art, and so she was a first grade school teacher, so she encouraged my parents to put me into art classes so I'd have something that I could, thrive with. And so it just kind of started a fire in me, and I just haven't looked back. I've strive every day to do better than the next day, and I just try to grow as much as I can and be influenced by other people. See my new palettes, I cleaned these last night. Oh, I'm gonna put some orange paint on my palette. When I was about 9, I started taking summer classes at the Rhode Island School of Design. And then every other summer I would take more classes, and then that led into going to Rhode Island School of Design to get my BFA in arts. I graduated, I got my first book cover in New York, and that was really exciting. So I decided that, I would move to New York and make my career as a illustrator / artist, and the fine art came along later. I was introduced to this wonderful agent, and I saw them, and he liked my work. He actually liked one piece. I lived above a fish store in Hoboken, and I did this painting. I went down, I borrowed a couple of fish. I did this painting of these 2 fish on a plate, very colorful. I always have painted very colorfully. And he loved it. And he said to me, go back and do 6 more paintings like this, and then come back and see me. I did it. I went back and saw him, and he said, you know what? A lot of people don't come back, and you did stellar work, so I'm gonna rep you. I was like the youngest artist in the group. I felt so privileged to be around these artists, and they got me a bunch of work, and I did that for about 12 years. I remember one time I had an accountant come do my taxes. He sat in my little kitchen, he looked at the books and he looked at my expenses, and look what I made. He's like, why do you do this? I said, because what else would I do? It's like, he thought it was kind of silly that I wasn't making a whole lot of money. He didn't understand, he wasn't a creative person. My first apartment was very dark, very far from the train station, and that was difficult, painting in a dark space. It was almost like a basement. The light is so important for me. This is why, when I saw the space I have now, I immediately knew that it would be a magical place. It has beautiful north light. I am so appreciative. Every day I walk down into this room and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God that I am here. I'm so blessed that I'm fortunate to do what I do every day. And shame on me if I don't get down there early and stand in front of that easel, because I would be taking advantage of my situation. So I show up, and you know what? That's half the battle, is showing up and standing in front of the easel, and then just do it. There's no excuse. I find that I just need a springboard for my inspiration. I just have some little thing that I like, either the composition or the movement, color or light, and then I can just start with that, and then the painting will take on, what it needs to do. Ready? I tell people, don't wait for inspiration and the mood to strike you, because you're wasting your time, It's like it's a job. You have to show up and you have to do your work. You have to be self-disciplined. Yeah. Lisa Palombo. I'm a contemporary American Impressionist, and this piece is titled Living Waters.